Today I'm gonna help you to decide if the Pixel 5 is the right phone for you in 2021. Roll that intro! With so many options in the market, the question that I've been asked the most is, should I buy an iPhone or a Pixel 5? I will come back to this after we talk a little bit more about the Pixel 5. Now let's get to the specs and the design quickly. The Pixel 5 has a 6-inch OLED display with 90Hz refresh rate, which means you're gonna feel a much more smooth experience when navigating through the user UI and scrolling through the web pages and apps. It has 4mAh battery, 8GB of RAM, and a Snapdragon 765 processor. As for the network connectivity, the phone is 5G ready. Now let's talk about cameras. The Pixel has a front-facing camera with 8 megapixels and 2 cameras on the back, one being 12 megapixels for the wide-angle lens and 16 megapixels for the ultra-wide. As for the videos, it can shoot up to 4K 60 frames per second and 1080p up to 120 frames per second for smooth slow-motion videos. I will show you some good comparisons with other high-end phones and I'll let you be the judge. The body is made of aluminum with a bio-resin on top of it. There are 2 color options, Just Black and Sorta Sage. I've got the Just Black because it's my color of choice, but this is a matter of personal preference. Now let's talk about performance. Although the Snapdragon 765 not being a top-of-the-line processor, I never felt any issue when using the phone on day-to-day activities. So let's carry on with the camera test comparison. Comparing the Pixel 5 with the iPhone, you can see that the pictures are very similar. Generation after generation, the Pixel has reduced its wide-angle lens field of view. With the wide-angle shots, you can see that the iPhone captures a little bit more of its surroundings because of wider field of view. The iPhone looks a tad sharper with a little bit more of contrast. The P40 looks brighter, but the Pixel 5 is much more closer to the real-life colors. In terms of dynamic range, both the Pixel 5 and the iPhone are very similar. This is a bit more challenging scenario, but the Pixel 5 managed very well, capturing the details in the shadow as well as the bright areas of the image. When it comes to picture quality, both phones are very similar. It's interesting to see that the Pixel 5, although having a few years old image sensor, it holds up very well against the competition. So what do you think? Drop me a message at the comments and let me know which pictures you like the most, the iPhone or the Pixel 5. Both phones did a very good job with the portrait mode, however the Pixel 5 handles a little bit better the dynamic range, as you can see in the left upper corner in the image. I do prefer the Pixel 5 colors though, where the colors are a little bit more punchy and with a higher contrast. It's not that the iPhone picture looks bad, but it's just a matter of preference. I do prefer more the colors in the Pixel 5. One thing to note is how good the Pixel 5 handles the dynamic range. I'm really impressed with how good the Pixel is optimized with its software. This is how the video looks like on the front-facing camera, so you can see if there is any stabilization in the lens. I can see that the iPhone, it looks a little bit more stable. Pixel 5 looks a little bit shaky. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. This is a test of camera, normal stabilization mode on both phones. With the video recording, the Pixel 5 is on par with the iPhone 12, which is interesting to see because the iPhone has always been considered the best in class in video recording capabilities. I've been using the Pixel 5 for quite a while now, and I'm pretty surprised to see how much progress Google has been made in the past few years in the software optimization, especially with the battery management. As a daily driver, I've been using this phone for all day, starting at 7 AM all the way until 11 PM. Battery consumption is a very subjective topic, and I will park that for another video. So here's my conclusion after using the Pixel 5 for many weeks. I can totally recommend this phone for 2021, especially if you are an Android user. If you are an iPhone user, I would recommend the iPhone 12, and if you want to know more about the iPhone 12, stay tuned for my next video. That's been it. See you around.